That's thick too. Look at that.
It's very thick. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. Walking and talking. Wanted to talk real quick about water. Miss Ivy, you were saying that you had read a couple articles, heard a couple stories.
They did a thing on Roland Martin today. They had a doctor on talking about hypertension among African Americans. And he mentioned several things that people could do to help with it, but he did not mention drinking water. They mentioned cutting down on salt, but if you drink enough water, the sodium shouldn't be a problem. If you're using sea salt, it has minerals and trace minerals in it that your system needs. So rather than telling people to cut down on salt altogether, it makes more sense to tell them to switch to sea salt and drastically increase their intake of water. Then shortly after I saw that on TV, I saw an article, advertisement slash in Black Magazine, which was
Oh,
sponsored by St.
BLAC,
John.
Black
Yes,
Magazine. Okay.
yes,
When you said a Black Magazine, I just thought you meant like Essence Ebony, a Black Magazine.
right. The Black Magazine. But and it was the same thing. I mean, it was just in writing, and they mentioned 4 or 5 things you could do: increase your exercise, plant-based diet, on and on and on. And they did not once mention drink more water. And if you increase your exercise and you don't increase your water, you're going to become more dehydrated, which can lead to more hypertension. So it becomes kind of a vicious cycle, which can be broken if you just drink enough water.
Yeah. And I know for me, not only the increase of hypertension, but I just think that drinking more water seems to be at the center of so many things.
Right.
I used to have a lot of headaches, to the point where it just started making more sense for me. This is after I had been vegetarian for 5, 10, 20 years, I don't know. But it just started making more sense for me to buy Tylenol, 300 Tylenol at a time, because I was having headaches 3, 4, 5 times a week that were, I was difficult to function with headaches just all the time. So I was taking Tylenol all the time to be able to function. When I started drinking water, I stopped having headaches. I think I get now, maybe 1, maybe 2 a month related to my cycle. But it's a non-issue now, where it was just like a way of life before. And I think I was just dehydrated. And I still really struggle with drinking water.
Well, it's a daily struggle, but it's ways that you can do to make it more palatable. You get up, drink a glass of water.
I haven't had any
Commercial
water
comes on,
today.
drink a glass of water. You use the bathroom, drink a glass of water. Just constantly think about it, constantly having it available. You increase your exercise by having to run to the bathroom. But, a lot of people may not get up and get a glass of water every few minutes, but if it's a jar of water sitting next to them, they may sip from it if they're conscious about it. But you got to be conscious about it.
You have to
You
be
can't just
intentional.
assume, I drink water. You got to think about, well, how many ounces do I drink? How many ounces does my body need? They say that you need half of your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you need 75 ounces of water a day. And just break it down and make sure you get the amount that you need for your body. And if you don't do it today, start off tomorrow doing it. And it's not hard, and it's not expensive, and it's so much better than getting caught up in that medication trap.
Yeah. So I think that not only can hypertension be improved, but I think, your digestive system functions better. My digestive system functions better. And I think that, a lot of illnesses and things that we see, especially
Dementia, arthritis, wrinkles, all those signs of old age can be alleviated by drinking enough water.
Yeah. Hey, how are you? And I think, again, be gentle with yourself. Start again. You may not be able to hit your basic target today, but maybe today just decide to drink one cup of water. If you ain't drinking none, drink one. If you drinking one, drink two. Just try to focus on increasing what you're doing. Because my target is actually twice my body weight, and I find that really keeps things really flowing and moving, stops me from getting sick and all kinds of other stuff.
When you say twice your body weight, what does that mean?
Like the typical wisdom is that if you weigh 120 pounds, I don't know how much I weigh, but I guess I'm around 120 now. My target should be 60 ounces. My target is actually 120 ounces. Now.
Okay, so your target is the same amount as you weigh. You said twice as much, so I'm thinking 240 is a lot. But
yeah,
okay.
no, that's so I'm yeah. So that seems to really keep it flushed out, and also it seems to give me a cushion so that if I do something that I'm not, that's not like the greatest, when you flush it out with water, you have a little cushion for, some evil or some.
Right. But what I have found too is that if you're drinking enough water, you don't have the desire to drink pop.
Right.
If you do drink some pop, it's so diluted with all the water you're drinking, it doesn't have all of the negative impacts on your system.
Right.
But you lose your taste for it.
Right. I don't hardly drink water or soda or juice. I mean not water, but soda or juice or anything like that. I don't know if it's because I lost my taste, but it's kind of like, I guess I'm on a mission to drink my water. So I don't have, it's like I don't have space.
Right.
I'm like, I gotta get 9 million ounces of water in a day. That's in my way. While I'm drinking that, I could be drinking my water. So, yeah.
I drink lemon water with salt in it, which helps keep me thirsty. Gives a little alkalineness. Yeah, makes me want to drink more regular water.
I just drink lemon water. But it's also nice sometimes to put cinnamon in your water or cayenne in your water, with or without lemon. It gives a little flavor or whatever.
Yeah.
But like if I'm having a rough day and I'm like, oh no, I'm behind with water, I'm like, okay, let me cut a lemon, squeeze some lemon in the water, and then I can drink it. Oh, we go back. So I don't drink as much lemon water as I think she does. Millard drinks blueberry water. This infused water is all the thing. Now when I'm buying organic lemons, I do try to squeeze it and slice it. So I'll squeeze into 1 cup, slice after I squeeze all the juice out, I'll slice and throw the rest in the jar with water for the next, serving. And the infusion, it's nice. It's different from the squeezed. I don't think I've tried the blueberry. He puts frozen blueberries in it, or
no? He has a couple different blueberry potions and times, because blueberries is one of the things that's good for your mind. So he'll throw some of that in.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like concentrated juice, or
And then, yeah. All right. So, any other thoughts on water? Bugs, I don't know what you're eating.
No, that's all I can think of.
All right. But just drink more water, Fabulites. It's important.
Just try it. You got nothing to lose.
Everything to
Except
gain.
in Flint, even tap water is better than no water.
Except in Flint, even tap water is better than no water. But I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but I do think there's a water hierarchy. If I don't have, no water, I will drink tap water, but I'm not a fan of tap water.
Right, I'm not either, but I'm saying to me that's better than no water unless you're in Flint.
Yeah, that Flint situation is a mess, but I think it's an infrastructure situation throughout the country, and I think other people's water is just as bad. We just haven't started getting the attention yet. But
yeah, speaking of bottled water, if you're gonna drink bottled water, avoid plastic bottles. the chemicals leach out in them when the temperature becomes extreme. And when you're buying bottled water and plastic, you don't know what temperatures it's been exposed to.
A lot of times, if you, especially coming from Mississippi, you'll see, you know, cases of water, just cases and cases sitting out in the sun, and that's letting that, you know, that's letting it leach.
Right, and then you throw it in the freezer, and that's letting it leach.
So bottled water and plastic is better to me than tap water, theoretically, depending on what kind of bottled water it is.
But again, you're going on faith. You don't know.
Right, you going on faith.
Better than no water.
I am one who believes in blessing and speaking over my water. I always say cleansing and clarity. Health, cleansing, and clarity. I try to remember to say before I drink my water. But yeah, I try to drink out of glass jars as much as possible. I have my stainless steel water bottle, but I use a glass jar in a minute.
Yeah. And you managed to find bottled water in glass.
Oh yeah, you can find bottled water in glass. It's getting harder and harder. But when I used to, you know, buy water, we used to get 5-gallon glass jars. One company, they didn't want to. The delivery man would fuss and complain every time he came. So I ended up switching companies because it was clear, you know, he ain't, you know, they ain't want the money. But that's what we got, Fabulites. Drink more water. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous, you. Peace. Drink more water.